Hi everyone, welcome to the High Carbon Steel Love channel. My name is Dave and I'm very happy that you're here. As part of a 3x3 knife tag, I have been tagged by 2010 Shingon Outdoorsman and the East Coast Archer. Both great guys, and I thank you for the tag. So today we are going to talk about 3 knives. We're also going to get a fire going and enjoy some lunch here in the beautiful forest. The 3x3 knife tag is going to incorporate my most used woods knife, my most recent bushcraft knife purchase, and my most budget-friendly knife. East Coast Archer also wanted me to include a saw, what saw that I use in the tag here. The saw that I mainly use is the Bahco Laplander. And generally, this saw right here, this little tried and true Bahco Laplander, does everything I need. And what I mainly use a saw for is bow drill sets. I use this to evenly cut wood down to size so I can construct those sets. What I like is an axe. So I always have some kind of council tool axe on me to where the saw is saved more for little tasks, smaller tasks like those bow drill sets that I make. The Mora Classic number 1 is one of my most favorite budget bushcraft knives. Right around $15 or $16, I want to say. Scandinavian grind, high carbon steel. I forced a patina on mine. Any little food prep or smaller type of stuff you need to do around camp, I'd say the Mora Classic number 1 is excellent. This is the Condor Bushlore. I wanted to show this because it's a little bit different of a style than the Mora Classic number 1. It's full tang, has hardwood handles. This one is 1075 carbon steel. Being that it's heavy duty and full tang, it's still only 1/8 of an inch thick, so it does do the finer tasks that you need it to do as well. This is a tremendous budget bushcraft knife. Let's talk about my most used bushcraft knife. These are 3 LT Wright knives right here. I have been using the LT Wright Genesis a lot as of late. You might notice I'm not going through the specs of all of the knives because I have videos on all of the knives that I'm talking about. In my opinion, LT Wright handcrafted knives have the best spines in the business. This one was sent to me by Aaron and all of the very nice people at LT Wright Handcrafted Knives, and it's a great knife. The broomstick handle, you can't go wrong with that. Kephart style with that spear point and or drop point blade, excellent. This is the LT Wright Go No Show. Beautiful knife. This one is 01 tool steel. 01 tool steel is my absolute favorite type of steel. The spine, the best in the business. Scandinavian grind. As far as my most used, I've probably used this one the most within the past month or so. My overall most used knife and my absolute favorite out of every knife that I own, and that is the LT Wright Lagom bush knife. I love the palm swell on the handle. I love that it has that full continuous curve. Once again, love the sharpened spine, full tang construction, Scandinavian grind, LT Wright Pout House logo there. I feel like this one was made just for me. This one feels perfect in my hand. That swell is perfect to do any type of work that I like to do. Handcrafted right here in the USA by my favorite LT Wright handcrafted knives. This is the American Knife Company Compact Forest Knife. You might remember the video on this maybe about a month or so ago, a couple months ago. What this knife did for me was it made me curious. This is the Compact Forest Knife. It made me curious about its big brother, which is the American Knife Company Forest Knife. And this is my most recent bushcraft knife purchase. Green micarta handles. This one has 4 Corby bolts, as well as 2 more holding in this pommel. Lanyard hole there, red liners right there. Little bit of a bigger brother to the Compact Forest Knife. There's that same palm swell here, and I like it very much. From what I've held and a little bit of feathering that I've done with it, I like it. The same Scandi Vex grind, just a little bit thicker, And these knives do have a relatively sharp spine, but they're no LT Wright handcrafted knife spine, of course. We'll do a lot more with this knife. I'll do a full review and we'll talk a lot more about it, but I just wanted to give an overview of my most recent bushcraft knife purchase. So we're just going to take 3 of the knives we discussed. Our most used, the Lagom bush knife, our budget Condor Bushlore, and our most recent purchase, the American Knife Company forest knife, and process some wood here for our fire. And there we go. We use the American Knife Company forest knife because I've seen more questions asked about this knife and whether or not it can strike a ferro rod, scrape a ferro rod, than any of the other knives we have. I can lower the bush pot by unwrapping this tail here. If I unwrap it one more time, it's going to be too far into the fire, so that's when we can utilize the legs of the tripod to adjust as well. So we have several different points of adjustment when it comes to utilizing this type of cooking system. I hope I was able to give you a good look at those 3 knives, 3+ knives that I chose, and kind of give you an idea of my thought process as to why I chose those 3 knives. As far as who I'm tagging, I would like to tag Irene from the Melusine Centun channel. I hope I got that right, Irene. I would like to tag Gullrica from the Gullrica channel, and I would also like to tag Jacob from Linkous To Bushcraft channel. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, it's very easy to subscribe. You can hover over my little avatar down here in the corner. You can click the red subscribe button underneath of this video, or in the description box I will leave a link that will allow you to subscribe as well. If you have any thoughts or any questions, leave those in the comments. And finally, in the description box below, not only will you find the gear mentioned and the channels mentioned in this video, but you'll also find my social media links. Join me at any of those other platforms and it'll be great to see you over there too. I would like to thank you for joining me here today. It was excellent to see everyone, and we will talk with you again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.